Welcome. Welcome to the only show that y'all need to watch, man. This is the freaking league, dog. This is Goldenrod Fantasy Association. You feel me? You feel me? Okay. What a week. What a week. We've seen people fall. We've seen people rise. We've seen people stuck in the middle. We've seen people talk shit. We've seen people stay quiet. We've seen it all, one could say. Regardless, let's look back at what we've seen so we can see what we've seen. That's a soliloquy for y'all. All right, let's get into it, man. We had an absolute blockbuster of a game. Now, the story behind this, me and Akbar against each other, we actually made a trade. I'm sure you guys seen it. It was Garrett Wilson and Travis Etienne for who did I trade? Who did I trade for? Oh, Derrick Henry and RJ Harvey. There you go. So I make so many trades, I kind of forget. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we made a trade and then we played against each other, and this was the outcome. It came down to 109 to 106 on my side. We had Baker Mayfield go for 19, Emeka 18, Marvin 18, Devon Achane 16, and Tyler Warren 15. And on Akbar's side, we got Bo Nix going for 26, Nico 9, Devontae 13, Garrett 17, Kamara 9, and Travis Etienne 9 or 19. So I mean, the guys I traded away absolutely went nuclear. You know what I'm saying, on me. And the guy he traded me did nothing. And they said some people said I fleeced. That's how you know they don't know ball, bro. They just be saying shit. When I was saying, I thought Akbar won the trade, to be honest with you. But sometimes, it's best to go and get the star, the superstar. And that's what I wanted, and I kind of filled out Akbar's team and he filled out mine. Regardless, it came down 109, 106. And story of the game, man, like I said, Akbar's guys that they did good all around. Only person that really didn't do good was T. Higgins with 4 points. That's literally it. But everywhere else, 19, 9, 17, they all did good. And on my side, I only had Lad really did bad for me at 1 point, right? And but the story right here is on Monday night. I said it was 7 o'clock. I looked at myself. I said, Ramsey, do you really believe in a Dolphins offense like that to start both Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane? I said, no. But who else am I going to start? That's what I was saying. Who else am I going to start? Right? And then I was thinking, like, bro, there's this guy. His name's Marvin. I said, Marvin who? He said, Marvin Mims. I said, shit. Let me look at his game log. I'm like, you know what? There's a safe floor, 4, 5, 6. But he has the ability to have a boom week, right? Then I said, what does he do well? Oh, he does return yards. That's why he has that safe floor. So then I said, yo, let me see who the Bengals played last week, right? And then see what he did. And then I saw it was a guy named Miles Price. And Miles Price got like 125 return yards. And I was like, shit, let's run it. Anyways, we go to Marvin Mims, man. And that boy only got like 20 return yards. But guess what? He scored a rushing touchdown, 16 yards, and like 6 receptions. Ends up as my highest scoring positional player of the week. And if I did not start him, I would have lost. Hold up. Hold up. I just gotta let y'all know. That's what he call these. Big balls. Big balls. All right. So I move on to 3-1 and Akbar 0-4. Regardless, Akbar should be proud of his team. His team actually, in my opinion, looks good. In my opinion. So let's go on to the next game. We got Big Trust versus Hakeem. 3-1. I mean, Majid wins 105-98. On Majid's side, Zay with 10, Marvin was 15, B John 26. God damn, he got 26. Damn, B John's going crazy, huh? Jake with 13. Jake been doing really good, and DeAndre Swift with 14. On Hakeem's side, we got Dak 33, Puka 29, and JT 12. Um, I think really the story of this game, right? Lamar came out early, right? He came out early, got a hamstring injury, and the Chiefs were blowing the Ravens out. But something that a lot of people don't know, Darnell Mooney left the game, right? Darnell Mooney left the game as well. And Jonathan Taylor had like a 40-yard touchdown called back on a flag. And legit, that was the game right there. If he scored that 40-yard touchdown, Hakeem wins. If he didn't, Hakeem loses. And Hakeem loses. He goes on to being 2-2. He is hurt by the injury bug right now, man. Literally had Terry McLaurin out, Mike Evans out, Kittle out. You know. Oh, something else as well. If Hakeem started Dobbs instead of Darnell Mooney, he wins, and he might be one of the highest. No, I wouldn't say high scoring, but yeah, not starting Dobbs, then Darnell Mooney and JT not scoring there really hurt Hakeem on that win. It could have gotten a win over Majid. Regardless, shout out to Majid with Lamar scoring 10. He was still able to put up 105. So his team is not solely dependent on Lamar, but B. John did need to carry the load. I ain't gonna lie, he carried the boats for my boy. So Majid 3-1, Hakeem 2-2, and let's go on to I'm on drugs versus my homies. Team Yusuf was 1-2, Chaz 0-3, so this is a must win, and Chaz does get the win 121 to 102. Chaz, one of the high scoring teams of the week. Jalen Hurts 21, Amon-Ra 22, DK 21, James Cook 21, Goddard 17. Absolute great production from his team. And then on Yusuf's side, he has Mahomes going for 31 points. Kenneth Walker going for 11, JK for 11, and Quentin Johnston, who is on a tear right now, going for 19 points. One of the big stories of this game, right? Yusuf does lose Tyreek Hill, legit snapping his leg in half, and loses him for the season. So, which sucks for Yusuf. And it's, not funny enough, but funny enough. Yusuf and Faraj actually made a trade. Malik for Tyreek Hill and who's the other? Oh, and J.K. Dobbins. And Malik out with an ACL injury, and Tyreek same week out with a broken leg. Chaz as well, he dropped his tight end Jonnu Smith and started Dallas Goedert, and Dallas Goedert got him 17 points off a spot start. So shout out to Chaz, man. He gets his first win of the season, and Yusuf drops to 11th, Chaz to 9th, goes up to 9th. So that was a good game. Both teams over 100 points. Sucks to lose when you score over 100, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got guys winning, beating a team that only scores 65. And speaking of teams that only beat a team scoring 65. We got Fudge versus Warris. A lot of smack talk was talked before this game, but was very lackluster. Fudge wins 99 to 65, one of the lowest scoring performances of the year so far through 4 weeks. We got Fudge's team, Drake with 21, Christian McCaffrey 23, Javante 17, and Hunter Henry with 10. On Wars' side, we got CJ with 20, Saquon with 15, and Kyron with 8 points. Yeah, I mean, this game, there was a little bit to it, right? Fudge and Warris wanted to start. Uh, there was a little debate, right? There's a debate going on, like, yo, who's the better quarterback, Bryce or CJ? And there's a group of guys in this league that think CJ Stroud is on another tier compared to Bryce Young. And Father said, no, Bryce Young is on that same tier. What you doing? And then they started saying, yo, they both ass. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, they wanted to settle the debate in this matchup. And yeah, so they both picked up their quarterback and started them. And it's funny enough, if they stayed with their own quarterbacks instead of picking up these bench quarterbacks, Fudge would have had a 14-point upgrade to his performance. So that would have put him 113 if I'm not mistaken. And then Warris, who scored 65, would have went and had a 9-point deficit to there, or downgrade to his score, and he would end up with 56 points, which is absolutely disgusting. On Warriors' side, he has AJ Brown going for 1 point. I mean, this is the third week in a row where he scored 5 or less points as a round 2 wide receiver. Embarrassing. Really embarrassing. And then we got David Montgomery scoring 1 against the Cleveland Browns. It sucks when a team scores 34 points, your guy only legit gets 12 yards total. You know what I'm saying? Brock Bowers, he needs to be better. Jameson Williams, boom, bust. So, yeah. But again, story of this week, man, is that Flutters lost Malik Neighbors to an ACL tear. Absolutely sad, because Malik Neighbors is one of my favorite players in the league, man. And one of Fodder's best players, you know what I'm saying? So Fodder loses Malik, Yusuf loses Tyreek. And yeah, so they're gonna be scrambling to, recover that production on their team. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, another thing. Warris could have started Kenneth Gainwell, and apparently he was deciding between Kenneth and David to start, and Kenneth Gainwell ended up scoring 30. You know what I'm saying? Between David and Kenneth, that's a 29-point difference. Still would have lost, but would have helped his points for. So Waters goes to 3-1. Fudge goes to 3-1. And Farge is 4th. Warris is 5th. So we have no more undefeated team. I am absolutely happy about that. All right, next game we got Jayuna. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Versus Nassim. Nassim wins 127-96. On the Nassim side, we got Jordan Love, 29 points. JJ, 17. George Pickens, 29. Bucky, 23. Tony, 9. Tucker, 8. And then on El Sayed's side, we got Josh Allen, 25. Michael Pittman, 12. Golden, 9. Xavier Worthy, 14. Gibbs, 16. And Chuba, 8 points. This game was kind of close. It really came down to Jamar Chase and Matthew Golden versus Jordan Love, George Pickens, and Tucker Kraft. Um, and after Jamar Chase ends up scoring 4, Golden 9. You know what I'm saying? And on the scene side, Pickens absolutely goes nuts. Bucky gets a Jordan Love goes nuts. That game ends up in a 40-40 tie. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say he does put up a good 96. It's good enough to win, but you don't want to. You need. I'll say he needs to hit his ceiling, and as he says, he's hitting his floor. So we need to see how his top game is. Pause. Okay. I'm playing. I'm playing. All right. Yeah. So the team goes on to 2-2 at eighth place, and I'll say you J Unit. Um, after the rebranding goes to 1-3. Al Sayed does make a trade, though he makes two trades. Actually, we'll get into the trades later. We'll get into all the trades later. And then Eddie versus Hamza, 127-94. Eddie absolutely destroys Hamza. Um, I think the score is a little closer than what it was. I mean, the score looks closer than the actuality of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Jared Goff, 13. JSN, 11. Debo, 17. Josh Jacobs, 29. Ashton Genty, 32. And Cam Scattaboo, 12 points. On Hamza's side, he has Odunze going for 14. Cortland, 16. And Amarian Hampton, 25. Chase, 8. And Trey McBride, 8. 8. I didn't 8, 4, 7. You know what? Chase actually not doing too bad. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, yeah, as soon as Ashton Genty scored them 32 points, it was about over. You know what I'm saying? It was about over. And then on Sunday night, Josh Jacobs goes for 29. That was GG. You know what I'm saying? Any chance that Hamza had went out the window. Again, he was depending on Cortland Sutton and Chase Brown, but wasn't enough, man. So Hamza goes to 2-2, and Eddie goes to 3-1. The rookie of the year. He says rookie of the year is loading. He's now in third, and Hamza is in sixth. Now, let's go and talk about some of the trades that happened this week. Actually, let's go into the league standings. Let's go and talk about some of the trades that happened this week. All right. Let's go trades. We had, let's see how many trades were made. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades in 1 week. On one day, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades alone. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades in 1 day. No. Okay, I'm actually seeing this totally wrong. There was 1, 2, 3 trades. Yeah. There was 3 trades made in 1 day. Yeah. So there's a lot of trades, man. I'm sorry, my math is off right now. I was looking at something else. Yeah. So that's a lot of trades going on, man. Um, absolutely, absolutely. Awesome to see, man. Awesome to see how active the league is. For one of our first trades, we got Michael Pittman traded to Eddie for Quinshon Judkins. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of this trade. I would have rather kept Quinshon or moved them for a better wide receiver than Michael Pittman. I do think Michael Pittman has a solid floor, but I felt like Quinshon Judkins, man, he had the opportunity to really, what do you call it? Really be a top 10 running back, maybe even top 5. That's how good he was, man. And for Eddie to go ahead and trade him for that, It, I mean, I understand it. It bolsters his starting lineup, makes it better, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll say it's that absolute win for him, getting Quinshawn Judkins to pair with Jameer Gibbs and Jamar Chase and Josh Allen. His ceiling is high for his team, so he just needs to hit that. Um, the next trade: Chase Brown and Jamison Williams. Hamza trades away Chase Brown, and then to Warris, and Warris trades away Jamison Williams to Hamza. So for this trade, I think it's a very fair trade. I see why both teams did it. Actually, I understand. I kind of understand why Warris did it, but he just came off a game where he scored what 65 points. You know what I'm saying? His points for are not good this season. He's still 3-1. Yeah, had a cupcake schedule, right? Um, so you would think he would lean more to trying to make his starting lineup better. Instead, he gets four running backs. So my only thought process is either Warris is going to go ahead and trade Chase or David Montgomery for a wide receiver, or he's just going to hold Chase and hold David and then go find a wide receiver on the waiver wires, right? And he did do that this week. He went and got Darius Slayton, so I guess you can say, yo, he got a wide receiver. On for Hamza, Chase Brown wasn't doing that good, 7, 8 points, you know, and he needed a temporary band-aid for CeeDee Lamb getting hurt. And now Roma Dunze on bye, and every win matters. We know last season, man. Last season, legit, it was an absolute bloodbath. You know what I'm saying? Absolute bloodbath. You like, I believe there was 6 teams that legit tied, and the record was 8-6. You know what I'm saying? A very good record. So it's hard to have a very good record, man, and then go ahead and not make the playoffs. So I would say 8-6 is that baseline, and that's what I'm guessing Hamza sees, and Hamza's like, yo, that's what I need to make it into the what do you call it, into the playoffs. So I see that, and Hamza now gets a temporary fix for his starting lineup. There you go. I like it on Hamza's side. Wars needs to make a move again, so I'm guessing that's what he's gonna do. Uh, we got next trade Killer Trav and Yusuf Mahomes. Now, me and Yusuf are going back and forth. I've been trying for weeks to try to get BTJ. Finally, he's had enough of BTJ, and Tyreek went down, and it was perfect for him to go ahead and basically get Tyreek's replacement, another speedy wide receiver on the Miami Dolphins, and then get his backup running back with RJ Harvey. On my side, I'm more just trying to buy low on a player that I think is really good and hoping that he is actually still really good and not just falling off a cliff like CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought process. Like, yo, this guy is really good. And then as well, I get insurance for Travion Henderson in case anything happens. So I thought that was a very fair trade. Next trade was me again with Akbar. Akbar gets Garrett, Daniel Jones, and Travis Etienne. I get RJ Harvey and Derrick Henry. Now, on Akbar's side, I 1000% understand why he did this trade, and which is why I was trying to say, yo, in my opinion, Akbar won the trade. Garrett Wilson has been going off. I don't know, you guys are probably not watching this. He legit had a 19-point game, 19-point game, and then now another like 17-point game with one bad week of 7. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets Travis Etienne, who's looking like an RB1, RB2, puts up 19 for Akbar. And now with him, he's 0-4, but his team looks a lot better, a lot more filled out. So I applaud him actually for making that trade. I know it's hard to get rid of a really good player in Derrick Henry, but shit, it almost worked out for him. if I didn't start Marvin Mims. And then on my side, yeah, I felt I wasn't very comfortable with Travion Henderson as my RB2 anymore. I needed somebody more sure-handed, and really, I had nobody else other than Travion Henderson at the time. So I thought it was right for me to go ahead and get Derrick Henry and RJ Harvey. Next trade, we got J.K. Tyreek for Malik Neighbors. I understood this trade. You get elite talent and you trade away two really good pieces. That's usually how trades get done, when you're trading away an elite player in Malik. And basically, Malik and Tyreek cancel each other out. Both of them get hurt. And J.K. Dobbins goes and gets his, 12 points? You know what I'm saying? Very good running back. And now Yusuf really makes out as the winner in this trade, getting JK. Sucks, but it is what it is. And then last trade, we got Travis Etienne and Lad McConkey for Jamar Chase. Me and I'll say make the trade. Again, everyone said I got fleeced, but they're just looking at name value and they're not seeing, actually the Bengals suck. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. That's all I gotta say. And I needed another running back after Travion Travion Henderson. I needed someone else. Okay, so that is all the trades. Now, guys, we are going to be talking about the power rankings. This is something anticipated. Not very anticipated, but it's anticipated. People kind of want to know what's going on. So what I did, I had people anonymously go ahead and give me their power rankings, and then I put it on ChatGPT, and we did a consensus. We did an average of all voting, right? And then from there, we went ahead and got our rankings. So these are the first anonymous consensus power rankings for the league. I'm going to go ahead and add the image real quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's go ahead and look for this. Yeah, but I'm actually very happy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add that right there. I want y'all to see my face a little bit. Can y'all see me? Whatever. So, actually, let's go back. Let's go back to this one. Let me go back to it. Okay. So, these are our consensus power rankings. At number 1, we got myself, Ramsey. My best ranking was 1 and my worst ranking was 4. Now, for these, so you can see the average, right? Where our average got ranked, where your best ranking is, your worst ranking, your range, and the standard deviation. Standard deviation is like, what's the polarity of your ranking? For example, Warris has the highest standard deviation because his best ranking was 3 and his worst ranking was 11. Okay. So as you can see, usually like the middle picked teams have high polarity versus like, Majid has, some people think Majid team sucks still. And, okay. So we're going to go through it. Me at number 1, Eddie at number 2, Rookie of the Year, absolutely up there, man. Shout out to Eddie, and his standard deviation is under 2, which is very good. So that means, people consensus think his team is good. His best ranking is 1, and his worst ranking is 7. Same with Majid, at his best ranking being 1 and his worst ranking being 7. Now, the difference in the standard deviation, though, is that it's like for Eddie, some people are saying like he's 3, 4, and then there's probably like 1 that's 7 and 1 that's like 1, right? Whereas for Majid, either you think like 7, 6, 5, 7 or 6, or you think it's 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Or 1 and 2. That's why the deviation is higher. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then we got Hamza at 4. His best ranking 1, his worst ranking 6. Again, standard deviation 1.81. So consensus kind of people are thinking Hamza's like 4th best team in the league. Then we got Hakeem at number 5, best first, best number 1, and worst number 7. And his standard deviation is 1.98, so similar to Hamza. And then we got the bottom 16s. We got Faraj at number 6. His best ranking was 4. His worst ranking was 9th. Standard deviation 2. And then we got Warris, best ranking 3, worst ranking 11. His range was 8. That means there was like 2 or 3 teams that said Warris was like 11th, 10th, right? And there was like 2 or 3 teams that were saying that Warris like 3rd, 4th, basically. So yeah. Then we got Nassim at number 8. His best ranking was 2, and his worst ranking was 10. Standard deviation of 2.67. And now we are getting to the bottom 4. We got El Sayed, 1 and 3. His best ranking was 3. His worst ranking was 10. And his standard deviation 2.52. Chaz at 1 and 3 is 10th. His best ranking was 5th, and his worst ranking was 11th. In standard deviation 2. Yusuf at 11, best 8th, worst 11th. And Akbar, the lowest standard deviation. His best ranking was 9th. His worst ranking was 11th. His standard deviation was 0.79. So that means legit consensus. People are like, this guy's team sucks. But in my opinion, I don't think his team sucks. I actually did not do a power rankings, which maybe I should have. But I would have rated Akbar's a little bit higher. And I'm actually going to do mine right now. How about that? How about them apples? Off the dome type. Just looking at all these, okay? I'm not gonna use my team. If I'm looking at everyone's team, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Because Hamza doesn't have CD, I will have to drop him a little bit lower. Majid lost Trey Benson. You know what I'm saying? Lost Lamar for a little bit, so I have to drop him a little bit lower. I do think Hakeem doesn't have Terry, Mike Evans. Otherwise, his team would be really good. Fathers lost Malik. Damn, everyone's hurt, bro. Legit. So I would have to actually put Eddie number 2 or number 1. Then I would go Hamza. Then I would go Eddie, Hamza. Then I would go, let's see, thinking of the teams. I do like Maj's team still. Faraj's team is solid, but he lost Malik, which is huge, man. Depth is gone. Chaz's RB2 sucks. Isaiah Pacheco, goddamn. Number 2 team or number 3 team. I think I'll just go Majid. We go Majid. So Eddie, Hamza, Majid. Then we got, let's see. Then I'm gonna put Eddie, Hamza, Majid. Then I'm gonna put, let's see. Hakeem's team is still good, bro. But he lost James Conner too. Damn, bro. Let me see his team, actually. Let me look at these teams. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really like Akbar's team, man. I really like Akbar's team. I don't know how you guys did not have him higher than this. I like Chaz's team as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll, I think I'm gonna put I'll say it there. So Eddie, Hamza, Majid, I'll say it. Then I'm gonna go. Let me see Akeem's team real quick. Puka, damn, he just got hit with injuries, bro. That's the only thing. I like Akeem's team. I'm gonna go. Let's see, Faraj's team. Who's Faraj now? Drake London, Javante. Still think his team is good. Okay, I'll say it, and then I'm gonna go Chaz. Then I'm gonna go Faraj. So I went Al Sayed, Faraj, Waris, Akbar, Sayed, Faraj, no, Sayed, Chaz, Faraj, Waris, Akbar. Who's left? Sayed, Faraj, Akbar, Naseem, Naseem, then Yusuf. Naseem, then Yusuf. Nah, Yusuf's team is still good though. Yusuf Naseem. I'm gonna say Yusuf Naseem. Yeah, that's actually pretty tough. Yeah, but that's my list. Okay, I'd go Eddie, Hamza, Eddie, Hamza, Majid, Al Sayed, Chaz, Faraj, Waris, Akbar, Yusuf, Naseem. That's my list right there. Out in the open, so y'all know, and y'all can come kill me later. Yeah, so that's my list based on injuries. You know, a lot of people had different shit happen to them, but I think in my opinion, that's a good list. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and then let's look at the matchups, and then we'll be done for today. We got me versus uh, we got me versus Faraj, man. You already know. You already know. This shit about to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what I'm saying? His team is hobbling. He started Kendrick Bourne. We out here. We gonna run. We gonna run through the mud. You know what I'm saying? And run him over and get him out of here. As far as you're gonna go 3-2, I'm going 4-1. Inshallah, it's gonna be a good game. The Shaban Bowl. You know, luckily I don't gotta see you in your face, looking you in the eyes when I gotta beat you. Regardless, shout out to you. Shout out to your parents and your brothers. Hopefully they stay safe. Your family, love them a lot. Best family in the world. Regardless, I gotta take care of you, dog. See you later, Bucko. Next game we got Nick's Tape versus Hamza. Nick's Tape versus Hamza. I like Hamza's team a lot, man. A lot, regardless of him having CD or not. Jameson Williams, Cortland Sutton, Keon. Actually, do I even like this team a lot? I might have to. I might have to change it. Hold up, guys. Hold up. I'm changing my power ranking actually after looking at this, bro. I don't know why I thought his team was a little bit better. I might have to change the power rankings, guys. Sorry. Regardless, I like, bro. Looking at it, Akbar's team looks so much better than Hamza's, and for that reason, we going Akbar. We going AK. AK going getting his first win against his fellow black brother out here. AK versus Hamza. Go ahead, Nick's Tape. Do your thing, dog. Do your thing. Go crazy, homie. Gets his first win. Hamza drops to 2-3. Akbar 1-4. Next game we got Chaz versus Majid. Um, yeah, Chaz is playing a hobbled ass Majid team, and He's going to go run in there and take care of business. We are going Chaz over Majid today. I mean, the guy is starting Ollie Gordon and Bismillah. Like, he don't even have an RB2, bro. He legit don't have an RB2. I don't know what he doing. This might be a massacre. There's someone, though, I want y'all to pay attention to. This guy right here, Cavante Turpin. Y'all need to see this, bro. The guy, 6 points, 17 points, 10 points, and 11 points. So that's someone to kind of pay attention to. He might be the difference right there. There's still a chance for Majid, but I just don't see it. Unless Ollie Gordon takes the goal line carries in Carolina, which could happen. Yeah, but I'm going Chaz. Chaz, 2-3. Majid, 3-2. Next game, we got Mahomes versus Rookie of the Year loading. And Brees Hall now has no backup. He got no Braylon Allen. He got Isaiah Davis. Who that? Then Kenneth Walker versus Tampa. That's going to be a good game. And Jalen Waddle is now the RB1, or the wide receiver 1. JK versus Philly. But Eddie don't got Josh Jacobs, Jingo Harmer Smith. And I think that's going to be the killer right there. I like Yusuf's team. I'll be honest with you. I think the power rankings, and I've heard this from a couple of people, it was actually it's more like everyone can beat anyone. Anyone can beat anyone. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, I ranked Yusuf's team 11th, but I'm looking at this. I'm like, Yusuf is going to take the dub here. So, so Yusuf, in my opinion, goes 2-3. Eddie goes 3-2. I think the difference right here is that Brees Hall Kincaid matchup, and Brees Hall versus Dallas is gonna be nasty. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got J Unit versus Hakeem. J Unit 1-3. Hakeem 2-2. We got a Colts fan going against the best Colts player to ever touch the face of the earth. I'm playing. But we got him going against JT, Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Xavier Worthy, Jahmyr Gibbs, Quinshon Judkins. If you told me this is the team before the season, I'd be like, oh, raps. Jamar Chase, Jahmyr, and Josh Allen. Like, how we gonna compete? But I do think Asay comes out with the dub here. I think this is finally a game that we get to see his top. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Pause. But we get to see Asay put up numbers, and then on Hakeem's side, 2-3, he falls. The guy don't have Terry McLaurin. The guy don't have James Conner. The guy don't have Mike Evans, George Kittle. I mean, even Romeo Dobbs is on bye. The guy is hurting right now, and still, I think he don't come out with the win. So I give this one to J Unit, and then last but not least, in my opinion, I think this is the game of the week. This is it. In my opinion, this is a game where I really don't know who's gonna come out with the dub. Again, it depends on Bucky if he's playing or not, right? It depends on Bucky if he's playing or not. If Bucky's playing, this has a chance to be the game of the week. But if he's not, then I would lean Wars aside. As of right now, I think I'm still leaning Wars' side. Right now we got nothing from Travis Hunter. I mean, even let's see Malik Washington in the last couple games. 6, 7, 6. I mean, that's kind of what Travis Hunter's been giving us. And Travis Hunter is now going against KC, which apparently is red. So, tough matchup. Kyron against San Francisco. Saquon versus Denver. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I do think Wars comes out with a dub. I'm not liking Kendre Miller right here. Oh, he's actually been doing pretty good. 12, 11 points. Nice. So, last week we got Baishal Tuwin and Alec Aomanor. They got demoted for Kendre and Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter finally makes his way back. But Nassim needs Rashi Rice ASAP, man. He needs him. And when he does, his team will get a lot better. But we are leaning Wars' side. So Wars goes 4-1 and Nas goes 2-3. And guys, that's it for today, man. Hopefully y'all had a great time. If you didn't, screw you. If you did, alhamdulillah. Love y'all guys. Love this league. Let's get it. Bang, bang, bang.